EVOKE is a methodology. It's an acronym for that methodology, EVOKE and E, 5 phases of a meeting process that could take an hour, or it could take 5 separate meetings of a couple of hours each. And those 5 phases are E for exploration. The first meeting is exploration. The second meeting is V for vision. Third meeting is obstacles. Then there's knowledge, and then there's execution. The first 3 meetings are really about dreaming. And the first meeting, the exploration meeting, is one that deepens the trust level, where the advisor essentially hands over the meeting entirely to the client. And we've trained the advisors to be great listeners, and really interested in whoever the client is when they come in. And so we ask open-ended questions, basically, why are you here? What you would like as an outcome of a meeting on a regular basis with a financial advisor. And so the first meeting really allows the conversation to be all about the client, and the client to just go and go and go with what is most meaningful, most interesting to them, what would be most rewarding in their life. In the second meeting, we've got a few exercises. The one that I'm most famous for is one called the 3 questions. But each of the exercises gives the client an opportunity to reflect. And sometimes they do it as homework, sometimes they might do it in the meeting. But each of the exercises gives the opportunity for the client to reflect on more deeply on what their dream is, what their vision might be of an extraordinary life for themselves. And at the end of that meeting, the advisor kind of puts together what seem to be the most extraordinary things where the client would really be on fire or profoundly moved to have accomplished, and puts them together in something that we call a torch. We call that moment lighting the torch, and it delivers it to the client as an offering within somewhere between a month and 3 years maximum. And so it sets up the third meeting, which is called the obstacles meeting. What are the obstacles to that? Why? One question that might come up logically for anyone is, why wasn't this done a long time ago? Because often these are dreams that have been there for the client for many years. And so the obstacles come up. But what we found is that when you really build energy for a dream, for a vision, the client is passionate about making it happen, and they take action very, very quickly. So it's actually quite easy to deliver the client into the life of their dreams, just simply by facilitating these conversations around those dreams. Knowledge and execution are traditional financial planning meetings where the financial plan, the financial piece, is really put together in spreadsheets often and with action steps, and execution is executing on those actions. It's an extraordinary training where we only bring in at most a dozen advisors to a typical training. And those advisors pair up. So you'd have 6 advisors pairing up with 6 other advisors. And for the entire 5-day training. And each of the days is more or less delivered to one of the phases in Evoke, particularly emphasizing the E, the V, and the O, the early life planning phases of Evoke. And what happens is that the advisor, as an advisor, you will life plan the person that's your partner, and they'll life plan you. And it's not role playing. This is real. So you're coming in with your real life issues. And what happens at the end of that 5 days, the consequences of that 5-day training, is that you emerge with a new life, with a life that, often it's just tweaked, but it's tweaked in such a way that you come out thrilled, exhilarated, feeling a depth of meaning in your life that you really hadn't imagined possible. And with a support team of the whole community, as well as your primary advisor and the teachers. The teaching staff is typically 3 people for 12 people. Sometimes it's 4. So it's a strong teacher-student bond and ratio. You also come out with an understanding of each meeting in your for your business. So you come out with a transformed business. You come out with an understanding of how you will introduce life planning meeting by meeting to a new client, and how you will also inspire your old clients, your legacy clients, to go through this process for themselves.